Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So let's talk about what happened at Mar-A-Lago this week. So the FBI went in and raided Mar-A-Lago, apparently, allegedly looking for specific documents. There was no subpoena for these documents in advance. And let me say right up front, no, I'm not defending Trump by any stretch of the imagination. In my own opinion, he should be locked up, but not for whatever garbage they're coming up with. He needs to be locked up for war crimes. So does Obama. So does George W. Bush and Hillary Clinton. They are all war criminals. John Bolton, absolutely. And I can go on and on and on with that list. But there are so many people that should be locked up for war crimes and crimes against humanity, but all of this that they're coming up with is complete garbage. So they claim now that they had a search warrant. The interesting thing is that they refused to actually hand over the search warrant. They made his lawyer wait outside across the street on a curb, from what reports are saying. So, yeah, of course, there are people that are cheering for this, but these are the same people that cheered when, George Bush said something about him, and they suddenly wanted to, renovate George W. Bush's legacy. Yeah. Just imagine trying to turn George W. Bush into a hero because he said something bad about Trump. And that's all that they had. Anyway, so they went in there. They brought in a safe cracker. They opened up this safe, and I don't know, there are different reports of what was in the safe, but most of it was just indications of, if there was anything in the safe at all, it was like indications of Trump's own narcissism. Yeah. So there are lots of people saying, who's behind this. I find it interesting this is happening, during the January 6th hearings. But allegedly, this has nothing to do with January 6th. Okay? They're talking about looking for nuclear documents. All right, so it's highly unlikely that Trump has, nuclear, device plans. And there's no chance on Earth that he would be able to understand any of it. If it's nuclear access codes, then those are changed so frequently that they would have been changed dozens, possibly hundreds of times by now. But they're claiming, that he could hand these over to some foreign government or what have you. And what good would they be? And why? Why now? Does this make any sense to you? 18 months after he leaves office, did they just now realize that some nuclear documents are missing? Does that make sense? If they're just now realizing that these documents were missing, that's a big problem. All of that seems unlikely. But here is what is likely. I agree with Jackson Hinkle on this, that what this has achieved is turning Trump into a martyr. The people that support him and say that he has been under attack since before he took office. Oh, let me add one more thing to what I've been saying. While he was running for office, he didn't even know what the nuclear triad was. During the debate, when they asked him about the nuclear triad, and he had no idea what that was a facepalm moment for me. But yeah, the people that support him and see this happening are going to be more behind him. Anyone that was remotely neutral, well, this is going to push them more over to Trump's side. The Republicans, even the ones that did not support Trump, are piling on to this. And honestly, this is for once they have a good reason. No, I don't like the Republicans or what they stand for. Like, whatever. What is this doing? Is Biden behind this? It's highly unlikely. He probably didn't know about it before it happened. Or if he did, he was too freaking out of it to even, like comprehend what they were telling him. Are the Democrats behind it? Most likely, but we don't know as yet. Trump has been talking against the intelligence community, the intelligence agencies, for a very long time, and they have been coming after him. The last president that spoke out against the intelligence community, the intelligence agencies, the CIA, was John F. Kennedy. And look what happened to him. 1 week later, he was dead. He planned on dismantling the CIA. Robert F. Kennedy spoke against the intelligence agencies. And he wound up dead. All coincidence? Maybe. Unlikely. What do you think? So people say they don't trust their government. And then when the government does something like this, they support the government. What is this going to do for your life? In what way does this improve anything? It doesn't. If they actually wind up arresting Trump, they're going to have hard evidence for an actual crime that they can post the evidence publicly. Otherwise, they are going to cause a mass uprising. Forget January 6th. It's going to be a lot bigger than that. I think even people that don't support Trump are against all of this. You should be. They're going after a former sitting U.S. president. Whether you want to admit that he was an elected president or not, he was. People can come off with not my president and all this kind of stuff. That doesn't negate the fact that he was the U.S. president. He was. This is historical fact. You cannot change what happened. You cannot change the past. But what they've done here is, even if there's no uprising, violence involved, what they've done is increase the support for Trump. They haven't decreased his power, they've increased his power. Is this a mistake, an error in judgment? Or is this intentional? This is something to seriously think about. Was this intentional? During the 2016 campaign, they kept on giving him free publicity. Billions of dollars in free publicity. Now, they think he may run again for 2024, and they're already giving him free publicity and turning him into a victim, a martyr. Now, he is in no way a victim, in my view. Except for, yeah, these are attacks that are unwarranted, and I mean, they should, if there were any documents they wanted, there should have been a subpoena. If there was a search warrant, they should have come up and said, do you have these documents? Here's this warrant. Hand these documents over. In some way, give him a chance to hand these over if they're in his possession. If they're not in his possession, then where are they? That means that they've lost documents regarding our nuclear freaking system. Where did they go? This is something to be afraid of. I mean, unless it is nuclear codes that are... But the president doesn't even carry the nuclear codes. They're in the football. They're carried by a Secret Service member. So what documents are they? We have no idea. What is this? So I'm not in favor of Trump by any means. But if they can do this to him, then what if we actually have a good president? What if we actually manage to elect a good president? What is this? What power are they going to use against that president? Anyone that has actual popular support, what are they going to do? These are questions worth asking. You can object to all of this, but let's think about this rationally, not emotionally. Think about it rationally. What does all this mean? All right, share this video. Talk about these subjects. If you can, please donate whatever you can to help expand this channel and my presidential campaign. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching.